Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome back to another edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing when to be the Mad Hatter, navigating multiple roles as an indie game entrepreneur, optimizing external resources to enhance efficiency and innovation in game production. In the ever-evolving and dynamic world of indie game development, entrepreneurs often find themselves wearing multiple hats, juggling a myriad of roles from designer to marketer to business manager. This approach, while sometimes necessary, is not without its challenges and limitations. Understanding when to continue multitasking and when to seek external help through hiring, consulting, or freelancing is crucial for sustainable business growth and personal well-being. This comprehensive guide explores the intricacies of managing multiple roles and provides a business case for when and how to outsource tasks to alleviate pain points in indie game development. The indie game entrepreneur's dilemma: multiple hats, one head. Starting as an indie game developer often means operating with limited resources, primarily time and money. In such scenarios, taking on multiple roles becomes not just an option, but a necessity. However, as the business grows, the sustainability of this approach comes into question. Identifying the pain points. Skill gaps. While you might excel in game design, areas like marketing, legal issues, or even advanced coding might require specialized knowledge. Time management. Balancing creative work with business management tasks can lead to long hours and inefficient work patterns. And quality of work. Spreading yourself too thin can negatively impact the quality of both the game and the business operations. Recognizing when these pain points are hindering growth is the first step toward resolving them effectively. Assessing the need for help. The decision to hire employees, work with freelancers, or consult experts hinges on several factors beyond just financial considerations. Assessing the need involves a critical evaluation of the current pain points, long-term business goals, and the potential return on investment. Financial assessment. Weigh the immediate costs of hiring against the potential revenue loss due to untapped opportunities or delayed project timelines. Ensure that the business can sustain additional expenses without jeopardizing operational stability. Strategic planning. Determine if the roles to be filled are temporary project-based needs or long-term strategic roles. Identify which tasks are essential to keep in-house and which can be outsourced without losing your business's competitive edge. Risk evaluation. Consider the risks evaluated with relying on freelancers or consultants, such as availability issues and varying quality of work. Ensure that collaborations do not compromise the security and originality of your game content. Making the business case for hiring an outsourcer. Deciding when and whom to hire or contract involves more than recognizing you need help. It requires a strategic approach to ensure that every addition brings value to your project. Hiring employees. Consider hiring full-time employees when consistent work related to core business functions needs dedicated attention. The pros of this are building a dedicated team enhances collaboration and aligns closely with your business culture and vision. The cons can be increased administrative responsibilities and fixed labor costs. Engaging in freelancers. Engaging with freelancers is ideal for project-specific tasks or when needing specialized skills for a short duration. The pros can be the flexibility to scale up and down based on project needs without long-term commitments. The cons, though, are less control over the work process and potential visibility and work quality. Consulting with experts. Consulting with experts is useful when needing strategic advice or specialized knowledge that doesn't require full-time involvement. The pros, of course, are access to top-tier expertise and external perspectives that can offer significant strategic insights. Cons are a higher cost per hour or project compared to hiring an employee for similar roles. Developing a support structure. Creating a robust support structure involves not only deciding whom to hire, but also establishing processes that facilitate smooth collaboration and integration of external talent. Integration processes. Establish direct and open lines of communication with freelancers and consultants to ensure clarity and consistency in work progress. For employees, develop an onboarding process that helps them understand their role, the company culture, and the expectations. Management strategies. Utilize software and tools that help track progress, manage tasks, and facilitate collaboration among in-house and external teams. Schedule weekly or bi-weekly meetings to discuss progress, address issues, and adjust strategies as needed. Fine-tuning the outsourcing strategy. To maximize the benefit of hiring, freelancing, and consulting, it's essential to refine your approach based on ongoing experiences and evolving business needs. Strategic alignment. Ensure that the goals of your external partners align closely with your project objectives. This alignment should be reassessed regularly to adapt to any changes in project scope or business strategy. Particularly with long-term hires or frequent collaborators, consider not just skill and efficiency, but also how well they fit with your studio's culture and values. Performance monitoring. Define clear performance indicators and milestones for all outsourced tasks. These metrics should provide objective data on the effectiveness of the external help and inform future decisions. Implement quality control mechanisms to ensure that the outputs from freelancers and consultants meet your standards. This could involve regular reviews, trial periods for new freelancers, or detailed briefs that outline exact requirements. Feedback and adjustments. Establish a system where both parties can provide ongoing feedback. This can help in identifying areas of improvement and preventing any misunderstandings that might affect project outcomes. Be prepared to make quick adjustments based on feedback or external changes. This might mean switching freelancers, revising contracts, or even bring previous outsourced tasks in-house if that aligns better with project needs. Cost-benefit analysis of outsourcing. While outsourcing can provide significant benefits, it's crucial to continuously conduct a cost-benefit analysis to determine if the practice still serves your best interests as your studio evolves. Economies of scale. Analyze if outsourcing certain tasks saves money when compared to the cost of hiring full-time employees, considering not just salaries but also benefits, training, and resource allocation. Assess whether your current outsourcing strategy allows for easy scaling. Can you increase or decrease the workforce fluidly based on development needs without incurring prohibitive costs? Opportunity costs. Weigh the time saved on core development tasks against the time spent managing external contributors. Outsourcing should net positive gain in time, which can be redirected towards more critical development or creative tasks. Consider whether outsourcing stifles innovation by adhering too strictly to specified outputs, or if it encourages innovation by bringing in fresh perspectives. Navigating legal and intellectual property considerations. One significant aspect of outsourcing in game development involves navigating the legal complexities, particularly around intellectual property rights. Contracts and agreements. Ensure that contracts with freelancers and consultants clearly define IP rights, confidentiality requirements, and deliverable expectations. These contracts should be vetted by legal professionals with experience in the game industry. Establish upfront who owns the IP related to any outsourced work. This is crucial to avoid disputes and protect your game's uniqueness and marketability. Data security and confidentiality. Implement robust data security practices to protect sensitive game development details and personal information of all involved. Include confidentiality clauses in all agreements to safeguard your game's assets and insider information. Final thoughts. Outsourcing in indie game development offers a viable path to expand capabilities and manage growth effectively, but it requires careful, strategic implementation. By thoroughly assessing and fine-tuning outsourcing practices, ensuring alignment with strategic goals, maintaining quality control, and managing legal considerations, indie game developers can harness the benefit of external expertise without compromising their vision or operational integrity. Through mindful management and strategic outsourcing, indie developers can not only survive the challenging landscape of game development, but thrive, creating games that resonate with players and succeed in the competitive market. All right, and that's this week's episode of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening, and as always, thanks for being awesome. And that's a wrap for today's episode, Press Starters. Before we go, I'm excited to share a bit about my indie game studio, Play on Words Studios. Our latest project, Shadow City Mysteries: A Clockwork Noir, is a captivating narrative adventure game that you won't want to miss. Head over to Steam to wishlist it now. Additionally, we're gearing up for an exciting crowdfunding campaign for our tabletop RPG book that's set in the same intriguing world. Join the pre-campaign and stay updated for all the latest news. Check the links in the show notes to wishlist Shadow City Mysteries on Steam and join our tabletop RPG book pre-campaign on BackerKit. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, keep pressing start on your leadership journey.